Hey, we're back to looking at DADGAD tuning or alternate tunings. DADGAD is probably the most common of all alternate tunings, other than just the old drop D tuning. DADGAD sort of creates a tonal atmosphere of a drone, if you like, or pedals, and which we'll be looking at as we move forward. But today, what I want to discuss is how an alternate tuning impacts the chords that you've come to know and love, and specifically today the D major chord. Since DADGAD is a tonal center of D, we're going to take a look at the D major chord and how that's affected by a DADGAD tuning. So obviously, we can't just take a chord shape like D and put it down in DADGAD tuning, which I'm in right now, because it's going to sound bad because the notes have now changed. So I'm not even going to bother playing that chord. But let's start with just placing our first finger on string 3, thereby giving us the notes and starting from the bottom: D, A, D, A, D. So we basically have what we could call a power chord. It's a D5 chord. There's no 3 in there. All right, but now if we want to add the 3 to the chord, let's first of all take a look at the 3 on the top string. So the notes in a D major chord would be D, F sharp, and A. D, F sharp, A. Right now we've just got the D and the A, the 1 and the 5. So if we want to add the third of the chord to sort of lighten the chord up a little bit, we can find that in more than one place. But let's take a look at the first string first. On the first string, we have a D note now, and then we have the E on our second fret, and we find the F sharp on fret 4. So if we add that F sharp on fret 4 to this one finger 5 chord that I had here before, 5 chord meaning a D5 chord, and we add the fourth finger on 4th fret on the top, that'll give us a third on the top. And you can hear already what I was talking about with that drone. It's just such a lovely, you know, you got that big D down on the bottom right. So it sounds very, very dulcimer-like in this on this top string when we put the F sharp up there. If we wanted to suspend that F sharp or play a D sus chord, we would do it that way. Now, if I want to take that third that I currently have on the top and move it down to a lower octave, I can do that by still continuing to keep my first finger here in this position, but now grab the third on string 4, D, E, F sharp. The string 4 hasn't changed in tuning, so our notes are going to remain the same in the same positions as they are in regular tuning. So we have D, E, F sharp. So let's put that F sharp on it in the inner voice now, still with this chord, the D5 chord, but now adding the F sharp or the third on the inner voice. And you can hear how that's a little darker. Well, how about if we switch from that inner voice to the upper voice? In both cases, this is a D major chord. If I want to sus for this chord, I love that one. So that's chord spelling in a real way, and that's why we've over the lessons been emphasizing chord spellings as opposed to just planting your fingers into chord shapes. If you remember your chord spellings, you can start to create beautiful sounds that are individual to your playing, and you can put those sounds in your own personal little harmonic toolkit to use in any way you like. So today that was DADGAD tuning and spelling a D major chord with the 1, 3, and 5 of the chord from a basis point of just the D5. DADGAD and the D major chord.